cruise ship, everybody goes crazy and they love to sing along with that song. And but John didn't write the whole song. He only wrote, I get up in the morning, out she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home. That part of the song, that's the part of the song he wrote. And the rest of the song was written by a husband and wife duo. Their name was Bill and Taffy Danoff, Danoff, Danoff. And they went on to have their own group, and they had their own number one song that it's hard for me to believe and hard to fathom that the same people who wrote Take Me Home Country Roads wrote this song. Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon light. You knew that. Why wait until the middle of the cold? Anyway, we're not gonna sing it because it's probably not appropriate for a church setting, but anyway. We'll just have to change the lyrics. The sun shining so bright, afternoon delight. Yeah, let's think of some other. Oh, I heard a cute little joke I'll share with you. I should save all this material for the live stream. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he's a real standout in his field. Yeah. You know what? I almost included a picture of Clark into the PowerPoint this morning. It was going to be songwriters to die for. But I didn't do it. So since this is impromptu, anybody have any questions about... okay, so how much long? Oh.
And we are live. Good afternoon and welcome to Unity Church of Ames. I'm Reverend Deb Hill Davis, and I am delighted to introduce and welcome our own Chris Foster for a concert this afternoon. We're so glad you're with us. This is a benefit concert for the Ames Animal Shelter. And if you would like to contribute to the Ames Animal Shelter and you're at home watching, please send a check made out to the Ames Animal Shelter to Unity Church of Ames, 226 9th Street, Ames, Iowa, 50010. I feel like PBS. Send your check to Ames Animal Shelter, Unity Church of Ames, 226 9th Street, 50010 in Ames. And we welcome all contributions. They are a no-kill shelter and very much worth supporting. All right. With no further ado, fresh off the cruise ship, here is our own Chris Foster.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Get this adjusted here. Let's start out with a little swing here today. Let me roll up among the stars. Let me know what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Feel my heart song. Let me live forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me live forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. Thank you so much. And as Deb mentioned, I just fresh off the cruise ship, and I always like to play this one very early in people's cruises when they were there. And it's a wonderful song from Bobby Darin. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere away from me, my lover stands on the golden strand and watches us. They go sailing somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere away from me. If I could fly like a bird on high, straight into the arms of the sea. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. Oh, I know, without a doubt, my heart will leave me soon. Beyond the shore, we'll kiss like never before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again will I go sailing. Someday, when I'm awfully low and the world is cold, but I feel alone, just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so bright, there is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word your tenderness grows, tearing my feet apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never, never change. Keep that breathless charm. Why don't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you and the way you look. Just the way you look tonight. Tonight. into the summertime. Almost started with this. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton's high. Your daddy's rich, your mama's good looking. So baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings, take off and fly. Till that morning, ain't nothing to harm you. Daddy, stand by. Summertime, the living is easy. Fish are jumping, the cotton's high. daddy's rich. Your mama's good looking. This little baby, don't you cry. This little baby, don't you cry. All right. How many folks are big fans of the Beatles? It's too bad I don't know any of their music, but maybe I can pull one or two out. This is a popular guitar song for the Beatles, and I do it in a completely different way than some more popular way to perform it. I actually change it around and do it in a different fingering and everything, but you'll recognize the tune nonetheless. Oh, blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly. All night, you're only waiting for this moment to rise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You're only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you only wait for this moment to rise. You only wait for this moment to rise. You're only waiting for this moment to arise. my trouble seems so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. I believe yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not happy that I used to. There's a shadow hanging over me. Yesterday, you suddenly why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. Something wrong now I know. Love is such an easy game. Now I need to play hide away. I believe yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. I believe yesterday. I believe yesterday. Thank you very much. It's really nice to be playing again. It's been about a couple of weeks since I've really done a full show. I've done a couple of fill-ins and doing some open mic nights around the Kansas City area and going to a jazz jam last Saturday at BB's Lawnside Barbecue. If you're ever in Kansas City on a Saturday afternoon, that's the premier jam to go to. So it's nice to actually loosen the pipes and blow the rust off and get some movement in my fingers again. So. And I'd like to give a shout out, doubt he's listening because he's probably sleeping, to my friend Robert Harvey, who put a new pickup in my guitar, and it's sounding wonderful. So at least I could be a rock star here. It's so funny because I never look like a musician. You know, it's like I don't have tattoos or piercings, at least that I can show. So but maybe with a little bit of encouragement I can. Kidding, guys. I'll leave it up for you to wonder, okay? This is a beautiful Brazilian melody. These songs really touched my heart and really took me in a different musical direction. It's a beautiful song written by Luis Bonfa called Manhã de Carnaval. Day in the life of sad and lonely. Walk down the avenue, hopes are running. The very thought of you passing my way. Stop right across. You don't live there anymore. So back to my room, I sing the sad song goodbye. And I cry. You are promise kiss of springtime, makes the lonely weather seem good. You are the sunshine of evening, trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are my angel gold, the night's star. Dearest things I know, what you are. Someday, my happy arms will hold you. Someday, I'll know that moment fine, when all the things you want are mine. So back to my room, I sing the sad song goodbye, and I cry. till you come back to me. I'm as sad as can be in the day of a life of a fool. You can keep going. I'm kidding. This is a fun song that I like to do. There's a guitarist that I really enjoy listening to, and you might have heard of Tommy Emmanuel. Who's heard of Tommy Emmanuel? All right. He's a real incredible fingerstyle guitar player that I aspire to be like when I grow up. And he does this song, and he does it a lot better than me. I'm just going to qualify that right now. But he does it a lot better than anybody on the planet, so I don't feel too bad. But this is a song that was written by Arthur Smith, and it's called the Guitar Boogie Shuffle, and it's one of his showcase songs. And I actually got to see him do this live last May, and it was incredible. So I'm going to attempt to play the Guitar Boogie Shuffle and give you the Ames version of the Guitar Boogie Shuffle, in absence of Tommy Emmanuel, who's not here today, unfortunately. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that. I just started playing about 6 months ago. The clarinet. The clarinet started playing. Do you still play flute, Sally? Where's it at? This has always been one of my favorite old time standards, and one you'll remember and love, hopefully. Georgia, Georgia, hold it to like an old sweet song brings Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, the song of you coming sweet and clear like moonlight through my other arms reach, other lips smile so tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see in the road leads back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find like an old sweet song brings Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to me, other lips smile so tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see. It's back to you, Georgia, Georgia. No peace I find like an old sweet song. It brings Georgia on my mind. Like an old sweet song. It brings Georgia on my mind. Now I'm going to bring back some of your 70s memories. Anybody remember the 70s? Anybody remember the 60s? 50s? 40s? Okay, all right. know you guys remember the Carpenters, right? This is I played "Killing Me Softly." I threw that in there, and very interesting story about "Killing Me Softly." And if you ever want to go look up this song, and I probably should add it to my repertoire just for this reason, but it was inspired by a song by Don McLean, and it wasn't a hit song, but he was playing in a club in Los Angeles, and this songwriter named Lori Lieberman, she went out to hear Don McLean play, and he played a song called "Empty Chairs." And you can look it up. It's a little acoustic guitar ballad song, and it inspired her to write "Killing Me Softly" with his song. So it's funny that inspired a hit song, but his was not a hit song. But it is a really nice song. It's very sad, and of course we don't want to play anything sad here today. Well, why not? Why not? Go ahead and let's break your heart here. This is a song that I did write, and this is considered by some of my friends maybe one of my best songs. It's a song called "Somewhere in Montana," and Montana in this case is used as a metaphor for renewed strength, renewed love, and the time has come and gone to say goodbye to the you that I once held inside. It's time to open up my heart again, not fool myself in trying to pretend. The bitter smell of love's extinguished flame has left no doubt that we can't be again. Words are the careless weapons that we wield when drifting hearts are to themselves revealed. Now I'm standing under clear blue sky. I'm asking why with tear-filled eyes, why did we let our love slip away? Did we have to let it end this way? As the rockets rise above the plain, stand to rise above the scars and pain. Somewhere in Montana, oh I know, I'll find the strength to love again. Montana's flowing waters, tall majestic peaks, worth the sight to see and to hear. Heaven on the earth, for whatever it's worth, find myself renewed within its fold as the crystal snowfall melts away. Flowers blooming forth to meet the day. Spring has finally came to this winter mind. Through it all has left you far behind. Our desperate hearts were seeking to sustain, though our little big boy was our last refrain. Somewhere in Montana, oh I know, I'll find the strength to love again. Somewhere in Montana, oh I know, I'll find the strength to love again. Yeah, that song reminds me of the "She's Always a Woman" by Billy Joel. And, of course, they got divorced. And so he says, he sings the song, and then he says, and then we broke up. So she's always a woman. Then we broke up. But I want to finish up today with this song that's near and dear to me. I went sort of on a little journey right after I got off my last cruise ship, and I don't know, I felt a need to feel grounded, and I drove around and I visited all my closest relatives' graves. And if you're connected with me on Facebook, you might have seen the story. But this was actually inspired by my grandfather, my father's father. This is a song. He was the best man at my last wedding, and he was very close to me. He'd pick me up every day, and he's probably the reason I ever started going to church or continue to go to church. And he was always very big, and I was always in church as a kid, and he always made sure I was with him. And so it's been a big part of my life. So I thank my grandfather for that. But we'd go over to his house afterward, and we'd play chess or checkers or cards or whatever, or watch football. You know what a grandpa and a grandson do together. And so he passed back in 1994. And at about 2008 or 2009, I was talking to this lady that I knew, and she was talking about how she was running a marathon and how they had, it was a 5K, and she'd never run a 5K. So the next time I saw her, I said, how'd that 5K go? And she goes, my grandmother was pushing me along all the way. I just felt her presence with me. And it made me think about my grandfather, how I always felt like he was watching over my shoulder. And I don't know, I just always felt his presence. And so it sort of was a start of the song that I wrote called Angels Among Us. Before I start singing, I would just like to say I'd like to dedicate this song to one of my dear friends here at Unity of Ames, Sherry Bradley, who recently passed. And also I remember Charlene Bowl, what a dear sweet hazel she was. And although I didn't know Marty as close as I knew the other ones, I know she was very dear to you, so I'd like to dedicate this to her as well. And anybody else that you're holding in your heart, maybe a loved one that's no longer with us. I think your father recently just passed, is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Oh, the way time goes when you get old, it's like 2 months ago. When the life of a loved one is cut short by the hands of time, and we're left in the balance, wondering how we'll survive, find the courage to move on, knowing we're not alone. It doesn't remove us from the loved ones that we know. There are angels among us, and they're with us all the time, guiding our hands, lifting our hearts, helping us cross the finish line. There are angels among us, speaking to our hearts and our minds, reminding us there is no limit to love and time. See, the memories we treasure are forever etched in our minds, and they never diminish through the passing of all time. Hear the voices of wisdom when we seem to do what's right. Pathways we travel are lit up by the loving guiding light. There are angels among us, and they're with us all the time, guiding our hands, lifting our hearts, helping us cross the finish line. There are angels among us, speaking to our hearts and our minds, reminding us there is no end to love and time. Feel in your heart, remember the past, love can't go away. The memories of all who have touched our life are forever here to stay. And so I'll always remember all the times I spent with you, and across the dimensions I know that you will remember too. Life, love, and laughter are the greatest gifts we share. Now I'm taking my comfort in knowing you are always there. There are angels among us, and the witness all the time. Guide my hands, leading our hearts, help make us cross the finish line. There are angels among us, speaking to our hearts and minds, reminding us there is no end to love and time. Reminding us there is no end to love and time. Thank you guys for sharing your afternoon with me. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You want one more? All right, we'll do one more. I'll do one more. We'll do one more. Okay, this is I'll do an original. This is an original instrumental that I wrote. It's called Classical Gas. Actually, I could do that one too, but oh, here we go. This is a song that was inspired by a guitarist that I like to listen to named Doyle Dykes, and he's an incredible instrumental guitar player. And he celebrated his 50th anniversary with his wife, which is a miracle for a musician. And so I decided I was going to name this The Happy Couple, and I dedicated it to Doyle and Rita Dykes. So it's sort of in the style that Doyle likes to play. so much.